unlucky enough to be in the first spot, but you're a lovely crowd, and will you please give it up and give it loud for the fantastic Vinny Brown!
Hi all doing, thanks very much for that. Welcome. It's good to get the nerves down a little bit. I'm Vinny Brown, and I'm going to tell you a couple of stories, maybe keep you happy for a few minutes. Anyway, yeah, one of those stories. I was in the garden there the other week with my son 5. I don't remember my wife got the names for the kids. But he was there over one side of the garden, I was over the other side, and he came over to me and he said to me, Dad, he says, is there such a thing as a mammy long legs? And I said to him, mammy fucking long legs? I says, no, they're all daddy long legs. And I was curious as to why he asked me this question. So I watched him as he went over to the other side of the garden, and he went back over and he went, we'll have none of that fucking gay shit in our garden. A friend of mine rang me last week, Paddy, he was in an awful fucking state he was. And he rang me and he said, Vinny, I think we must have an affair. And I said, Paddy, I'm not too fucking ugly to have an affair. For James' sake, the tide wouldn't take her out. And he said, no, she's having an affair, and I think she's having an affair with a horse. So that took me aback. I said, Paddy, how do you know she's having an affair with a horse? He said, I come home last week and I found a jockey under the fucking bed. All the pubs are changing these days. They're all now having to diverge into different things rather than drink. And a lot of pubs you go into now, you'll get a drink and you'll get a meal. You know, it's fantastic. I was in one there the other week, and there was loads of people out at the bar just having a quiet drink on my own, but there's people eating all around me. And there was actually a family over on my left-hand side, and I was having me point there. The woman in the family, she started choking. And I looked over and there she was choking, and she was going fucking blue, and I said, I better do something here about this, you know. So I ran over and I grabbed her, and I threw her over the table, and I pulled up her skirt and I pulled her knickers down. Then I stuck my head in between her legs, and I got my tongue out, and I went all the way from there, all the way up there. And I said, that's that there? Got a bit shite in my nose. But I had to carry on to save this woman, and I got up to here then, and she went, and a bleeding chicken bone flew out of my mouth. The manager came over to me and he said, thanks very fucking much for that. He said, that was great. He said, where'd you learn to do that? And I said, I took a little something I learned in school called the Heimlich maneuver. Yeah, and myself and my partner, we've been together for 20 years. The first 5 years was great, as it always is when you go to live with somebody, isn't it? Sex every day, sex everywhere. On the wall, on the bat, in the toilet, in the jacks, everywhere you're having sex. But after about 5 years that stopped. My wife put a knot on the seas, paralysed up from the legs down. She can't open her legs anymore. The disease was called marriage. She came in to me last week and she said to me, she said, I've great news for you. And I said, what? She said, I joined the bridge club. And I said, did you? When are you jumping fucking off? You know? So, the other thing that I'm interested in, I've been on the web a lot, right? Not looking at pornography or anything like that. But, you know, every paper you pick up now, which wasn't in the paper years ago, every paper you pick up now, you see all these ads for lonely people. And the problem with all these lonely people is, they all consider themselves good looking. You know what I mean? Joe from Kerry, considered attractive. And then they put the school that they went on it. NS. Wilton. You know what I mean? You don't get that one. But they put that on. But on some of the websites, right now, I have to read these to you, because some of these people, they take themselves serious. I think they're very fucking sad. But these are just a few that I picked. Were you ever on the Gumtree website? Yeah. Yeah, and there's casual sex. You know the casual sex section? Yeah. Yeah, you say that's the man there. He should be on. Huh? And the casual section, these are just a few that I picked up. If ever you're interested, you could go on there. And the first one, pussy licking service. Free of charge. Very generous man, isn't he? Huh? So I said to the wife, ring him up and get him around to lick your pussy. Trixie the cat didn't like it at all. Another one, bad boy looking for, or bold boy looking for bold girl. Why doesn't he just go up to the fucking joy? There's loads of them up there. 3 Italians looking for an unforgettable weekend. Most weekends are unforgettable. They start on a Friday, finish on a fucking Sunday. Who can forget that? March the 3rd. This one was posted on March the 3rd of this year. Quick wank wanted. Right? Now, I don't know the difference between a quick wank and a slow wank. A wank is a wank as far as I'm concerned. April the 5th. Quick wank still wanted. No luck there then, huh? And even the Siamese twins are posting references on it. Attached boy looking for an attached girl. Now, they were successful in making contact, but it'd be classed as swingers. And then we have some animals. The animals are putting them on. Big one here, stallion with 11 inches. Not very big for a fucking horse, in fact. All the mares will be looking at it. But there's some people that just go a little bit further. I'll finish up with this one. They go a little bit further. They try to entice you in. You know, draw you in with their little story that they write on it. And this one here, this is a prick, right? A top asshole. And it's he's from the south side. And you'll understand why. No disrespect to anybody from the south side. But if you recognise this and it's you, just walk out the door on your own, okay? This is the heading. Joggers and walkers only. Ladies, I am looking for girls between 21 and 35 who, while out jogging or walking, would like to call in to me for a light refreshment. Maybe a beer, wine, or a vodka and tonic, which we all have when we're out jogging, don't we? I carry 3 cans of Dutch Gold with me. You know. So he goes on. Or maybe you'll just like a lemonade and lie back on my bed. Now, this is how you know he's a south side. While I take off your tracky bottoms. Now, he's definitely conspire somewhere, isn't he? And orally pleasure you to completion. Now, I've never satisfied a woman to orally or otherwise to completion, so one of the girls might tell me what it is afterwards. Now, and he's a bit of a fucking sap, this fella, because what's going to happen is he'll turn up, knock at the door, you go in, I'm here, and you have your lovely white tracky on, haven't you, you know? And he goes, what would you like? I want to have probably a beer. I'll have a beer. He pours the beer into the glass for you, you know, and then he brings you upstairs, sits you on the bed, so you sit on the side of the bed, and you have your beer, and then he wants you to lie back now, so he can orally pleasure you. Now what's going to happen is you have your beer in your hand, as soon as you lie back, your fucking beer is going to go all over your tracky top, isn't it? And then your husband's going to say, what the fuck happened to you when you were out running, huh? So, and this is another part that he has, sorry, I'll finish up now. I won't finish, I'll finish up on that, okay?